What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be on the Scott Apex release. This is their thumb style. I've been shooting this for about a month and a half now. I really like it. There's been a few people that's been asking me to do a review on this, so today's video is going to be just on that. Before we do get started, hit that subscribe button down below, also the notification bell. I will be doing a giveaway at 3,000 subscribers, so keep an eye out for that. So hit subscribe, give a thumbs up on this video, share, and like. Like I mentioned, this is their thumb style release. Scott is a really well-known archery release company. When I first started shooting, I was shooting the Scott Shark, which was their trigger release. I shot that for about 3 years, and then I switched over to the Carter Wise Choice. Then I went to the True Ball, then I went back to Carter. Then now I'm here with the Scott Apex. They do make this in 2 different sizes. This is the medium, as it is here stamped, M for medium. And they also make a large. My hands are medium-ish, so this fits just right. This is a heavy release. You can definitely feel it when you take it out of the packaging. A lot heavier compared to the Carter Wise Choice with the Goat, etc. Right, so we're gonna move from the thumb peg all the way to the back here. So basically this comes with a big thumb peg and a small thumb peg. I choose to use the big one just because it feels more comfortable. And you can move it in between these 2 slots right here to run it out further or inward. I like mine inward because when I come to full draw, I like to rest my thumb right here on the release. That just gives me a reference point. Otherwise, it'll be all the way down here, and it's not as comfortable for me. The body is nickel-plated brass, so that is what makes it heavy, and the fit and finish is really nice. Moving up top here, this does have a single hook design. The nice thing is that it does fold back when you release it. So when you cock it, it won't go anymore until you hit the button and it releases. Then this goes back in place. The nice thing about that is when you hook this on your D-loop, you don't have to worry about pushing this while it's still in your finger, and then you hook it back onto the D-loop itself. So once you set the trigger, it's good to go. The only thing I don't like about this is that this is not self-contained. So if you do leave this on your D-loop, you gotta be very careful so it doesn't fall off. Moving forward here, this is another finger groove, and then this is the ring finger extension. They do make a 4-finger extension too, which also comes in the packaging. I like the 3 fingers, so that's what I'm going with. If you see this screw here, you can actually loosen that and adjust the pitch on this. You can run it inward more or outward. I like mine running all the way out. Moving to the bottom here, this is the button where you push to lock your trigger. Again, you push that and it's good to go until you push the button to release it. And then if you're holding the release like this, you see 2 Allen screws. There's one here and then one up top. So this screw here, the black one, that is a trigger travel. So if you screw it in all the way, that is going to make the trigger travel less, and then if you unscrew it counterclockwise, it'll have more travel. What I like to do is cock the handle here, take an Allen wrench, turn it clockwise until it fires by itself, and then I'm going to back it out half a turn. That's my liking. You guys can play around with that, but I advise once you do that, back it out at least half a turn. That way you know it's safe when drawing it back. And then the screw on top here closest to the handle, that is a tension screw. If you screw it clockwise, it'll increase the tension. Counterclockwise, it'll decrease the tension. Again, you don't want to back these all the way out. What I like to do is set the travel first. So again, like I mentioned, I'll cock the release, put an Allen wrench inside of there, turn it clockwise until it breaks by itself, back it out half turn, and then I'll play around with the tension up there. Mine, as you guys can see, it's pretty decent. It does have somewhat of a little bit of movement there. I do like that just because when I come to full draw, I can rest my thumb there with somewhat of enough pressure, and when I pull, it'll go off. I don't like a sensitive trigger. I've tried that and it's just not my style. One last thing I did forget to mention about the thumb barrel here is that you can orient it in many different directions. If you look inside of here, there's also a set screw. Unscrew that and you can pivot this head left and right, and depending on how you come back to full draw and where your thumb lands, you can turn this left or right, and you can make it customizable. So that's about it for this release. Pretty basic. Again, brass nickel plated, pretty hefty. I do like that. It does have this open hook design, finger attachment, and the thumb barrel. We're here about 45 yards. I'll take a few shots here for you guys to see how clean this release breaks. Again, like I mentioned, you can play around with the thumb placement, so you can have it all the way down here if you'd like. Again, for me, I like to put my thumb right there for reference. I like to relax my fingers, pull, and then it'll go off. Alright, so we're gonna step back to 80 yards now just to shoot for fun. I did get something new for my bow actually before we head over there. This is the Viper 12-inch stabilizer. They were kind enough to send this out for me to do a review. I'll be doing that in a separate video. But shout out to Viper. So we're sitting here at 80 yards. Do a 3-shot group for you guys. One more group at 80 for you guys. Alright, as you guys just saw, that's the Scott Apex. Again, really like this release. I'm not affiliated with Scott, I just like the product. If you guys like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Again, I'll be shooting this Prime Black 2020 model. I'll be doing a separate video on these stabilizers here in the near future. Season's about to start here soon, so we'll see if I can get a video in before that. But if you guys have any questions, do leave in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. Until next time, be safe, everyone.